Hello and welcome. I am Dogbert, and today I have a new infographic for you. That's right. We're talking about Dogbert's Team Toilet Paper Infographic for the Unlimited X-Men today. Let's see what we get on our first wipe here. Oh no. I don't think we wiped hard enough. Let's try wiping a little bit harder this time. And that's right, it's Rogue. First up is Rogue. The Horseman, definitely a great character. Definitely the most plug-and-play character on this team if you want to use her somewhere else. And as you can see, I recommend Striker as her best ISO. Unless you're trying to use her in the arena, then you might want to consider Skirmisher. The reason being, her focus is just very low. But with Red Hulk coming out and giving focus, I imagine that will be what he gives to the other horsemen. That might be allowing you to just go full Striker from now on. And if you just don't really care, you can just use Striker. That's probably the best use of her in Cosmic Crucible and elsewhere, like in Dark Dimension as well. As for her T4s, the basic is probably the only one that's nice to have. It's extra damage. It is very nice to have. But in reality, you really want to work on the other ones first, especially her special. That's absolutely required. This is what actually gives trauma and gives her safeguard and stuff like that. So you definitely need this to make her work correctly. Her ultimate also required. This is the one that copies and clears 2 positive effects. Does some other stuff, more damage. Definitely want that. And of course, her passive gives drain to the team. Absolutely required. I forget what else it does, but it is definitely required T4. Up next, we have Gambit. Gambit, a character not too good on his own, but very good on his team. A big damaging character like Gambit needs all the stars you can get. He is one of only 2 characters I would recommend to go to 7 red if you actually have 7 yellow on him, which come 2099 will be quite nice to have once we do that. Isn't that great when he becomes farmable? 2099, yeah. ISO on him is Raider because if you look at his passive, there's a special thing in there where if he crits, he gets evade, and he gives evade to the rest of the team. And when they have evade, they get extra crit damage and crit chance. So that is why he is definitely 100% a Raider. As for his T4, his basic is a recommended. It is a very nice one. You're going to get good use out of it. It does give him high value, especially even if you're putting him on defense, because he is going to use it a lot there. And his special is also recommended. This is more of a defensive one because of when the AI will choose to use this one over the basic. So it really depends on what you're using him. Are you using more offense, just put an off on. He'll do more damage. What is what he does? More damage. The ultimate absolutely required. It's a ton of damage, plus it's giving out disrupts on this one. Definitely want that one. And finally, last but not least, his passive absolutely required. It's just a book. Really, it's just such a long passive. It's hard to go through it. You definitely want it. Oh, we're up to the turd of the team. Wow, didn't see that coming. And the third position, the turd. Yeah, you get it. Yes, the turd of the team. This is the character you really don't want to work on, but because they're on the team, you have to work on them. This is the Heimdall. This is the Karnak, etc., etc. Most teams have this, the turd of the team. And who is it? Well, that would be Phantom X, of course. He is the turd of this team. He's the character you replace in your mirror matchup for Cable or Emma or whoever else makes him go faster in the future. Who knows? His ISO is, of course, another Raider. If he does crit on his basic, he applies defense down, which is nice. This team is really just a bunch of Raiders. His basic is absolute crap for the T4. Don't ever invest in it. It's useless. His special is, though, nice to have. It gives him a 2-turn taunt. This is especially to be an annoyance when he's on defense. And it could also help you if you're using him offensively, too. Just to keep somebody from hitting like Rogue or Gambit or something. Just to be really annoying. It really is actually helpful. His ultimate, absolute crap. It's like 10% damage, piercing, yeah, to his attacks. Yeah, he does a bunch of them. but in reality, he's crap. This is crap. Let's move on. And his passive actually is absolutely required to make the team work correctly. It gives them evades on spawn, which we already talked about how Gambit then gives them extra crit chance and extra crit damage. You can see why the evade, never mind the fact that it evades on spawn, that you have to make your opponent deal with. That's why this one's absolutely required on this turd of the team. Up next, wiping in is Dazzler. Again, another ISO Raider because of all this crit damage, crit chance we're getting from Gambit, makes Raider pretty much the go-to ISO for this team. As for her T4s, I definitely recommend the basic. In Cosmic Crucible, it will when it crits, it will apply blind, and it also does more damage. It is kind of nice to have. Her special is a nice to have. It's just adding more damage, but it's a good amount of damage, so go for it. Her ultimate, I definitely recommend. This is always going to be her first move if you put her on defense. It does a ton. It's 100% damage to all enemies. That's why I am recommending it. But in reality, you don't need it to make her work. She'll work without it, but she works much better with it. And her passive, again, is another required one. It gives her extra speed bar when there's debuffs. She's flipping all negative effects to positive. All good things for the team. And last but not least, I think is the most underrated character in this team of how damaging and annoying he can be after Gambit. And that is Sunfire. A big Sunfire does a ton of damage. And that is why he's ISO Raider, because you want him to crit and do that crit damage. He can hurt. If you have the stars on him, good luck with that. Let's take a look at his basic. It's just a luxury in reality. By the time you get to the basic, the other team should be dead, or you're going to be dead. This is really a very fast-playing team. His special, absolutely required, giving them extra offense up and speed bar, stuff like that. His ultimate, lots of damage, extra damage per offense up, which is very big on him. So absolutely these two are required. These are the two moves. Whether you use the special first or the passive or the ultimate first is up to you. Sometimes I use the special, sometimes I use the ultimate, and then the second turn you use the other one that you didn't use. And his passive is only recommended. It is quite a good passive. It gives him a second offense up, which he gets more damage with his, I think it's his ultimate. Gets him more damage per offense up. I'm just trying to remember this off the top of my head. So that is my team toilet paper infographic for the Unlimited X-Men. Let me know what you think down in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends. I could use it. Thank you. Until next time.